Okay, we've started.
We started halfway.
I feel like that is a perfect way to start the president of how this is going to go in the future. That was definitely heard on stream, on stream, on podcast, on what? I don't even know. I'm gonna make you gay, you know. It said.
Yeah.
So
James Charles.
Oh yeah, he's gained a bunch of subscribers, hasn't he? 'Cause of some apology video or something. Well, it weren't an apology; it was sort of like an explanation video. I've just watched the first 30 seconds of it and went, oh wait, I don't care.
I don't care if he gains some or if he loses some. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird how so many people have become invested in it and then gone, wait a minute, I don't care about beauty gurus, because it's like a bunch of people who never watch that sort of thing.
Yeah,
which is I find crazy.
You know what we can talk about.
Well. Oh shit! That's professional, isn't it? That's actually you messaging me. That's only just come through.
Is it that lo-fi Always Sunny in Philadelphia video?
Oh no, but I did watch that.
Right, okay.
What I wanted to talk about first was what should we name? What would be a good name for a podcast for us? Because I was thinking a good idea. Well, I had two ideas. One would be just two angry boys, which I think suits us pretty well. And then the other one to theme it in, for having on this channel, would just be podcast badly.
Let's call it the Pro Jared Appreciation Hour.
Let's call it the Triforce Podcast. That name's not taken. I'm sure.
Let's call it the Sleepy Cast.
Let's call it Impulsive.
Impulsive? Is that an actual one?
Yeah, that's Logan Paul's one. Let's call it
H3. If we call it H4 podcast,
let's call it the Joe Rogan Experience.
We can call it. Well, we'll call it the J2 podcast.
J2
Wait, no, that one
podcast.
works. That one actually works a bit. Damn it! Shit.
I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious that
Let's call it the J2 podcast.
J2 I get it podcast.
Yeah. The J2 yeah.
Okay, well, at least that's out of the way. I know we didn't solve anything, but we talked about it for a little bit, so I think that works.
That's how I always go about my problems. I go, there's a problem here. We've addressed it.
That works out pretty well.
No action shall be taken, but it has been addressed.
I was actually looking at websites where you can post like the audio from this.
Yeah.
And what was it? Free podcast. Wait. Where to post podcasts. Here we go. What was
it? Sleepy.
There was one called like Amazon.co.uk or something like that. It wasn't that, but it began with A. Audible. That's it. No, it wasn't Audible.
I've just stopped listening to you.
Because do you remember when we did those Christmas ones and I posted them on like...
That was SoundCloud, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I had to take down the first one to be able to publish the last one because it sucked.
Right. I don't know YouTube. I listen to all my podcasts on YouTube.
Yeah, so. Well, it'll go on my second channel, but here we are. I found the website where I found it on. But I think it's good to have them on an audio only thing, because I listen to like every podcast on audio only and on Spotify and that, because I found this one called Anchor, which used to have a problem with like if you upload a podcast to it, they then own that podcast.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a bad thing, but they've changed that now, and it's free. You get unlimited storage, and it puts it on Spotify and that sort of thing, and you can monetize it, and you get analytics, everything like that.
That's all right.
So at some point, I might put them on there, but for now, I'm not worried about that.
I had a checklist of stuff I wanted to talk about on the podcasty one today, actually. one of them was new things that have come to light with last Game of Thrones episodes, and my prediction for tomorrow's one. One of them was poking fun at Pro Jared, and and also I was going to intertwine how little I care about the James Charles situation in there.
Yeah. Well, we've already covered that one.
And
so.
I think another one was Borderlands 3 and how I've been bashing out 2 again.
Okay. Well,
I think there was another one, but I can't really remember. But
I had a couple things too. I had I've got some yeah, I've got a couple things. Like one of which I saw Endgame again with Helena, and how like it was a completely different experience and that sort of thing. And then also,
did you see Hulk dab? Like he actually says dab when he does it. Yeah, no, you know when
with the kids.
He goes dab like that. and I can see some people being like, "Oh no, don't do that." But I was like, that really fits Banner actually.
It did fit perfect. That whole situation, it did work.
It perfectly fit Banner, and I was like,
well, let's get into that one first, I guess, because. It was crazy. I mean, we'd gone to the pub a bit before, so maybe that affects it. But obviously, spoilers for Endgame if you've not seen it already by the time this goes out.
Yeah.
It's well, for a start, I looked at the sales figures, and it's actually not looking like it's going to beat Avatar, which is really sad. I feel guilty that I've not seen it enough times. I might go see it again.
I've been begging my family to go see it.
Let's go see it tomorrow. We'll stream it.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, so going into it, obviously, the first time it was just like a holy shit. It was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? But this time it was more of like it was like attending a funeral. It was like it felt like, because obviously when someone dies, you know, like that they're dead, and the funeral, you know what's going on and all that sort of thing. But first time we went into it, we didn't know what was going to happen. But this time, it felt like attending a funeral. And, oh, God, it was so emotional. I got more emotional about the emotional bits this time round because it felt like I say, like a funeral. And it was, I would argue, it was just as good the second time as it was the first time, in a slightly different way. It's a brilliant film, that.
Yeah.
So good.
Do. Wait, hold on.
What's up?
Oh wait, okay. So it has got the highest grossing opening.
Oh yeah, by a long way. In its opening, it became I think around the 15th best-selling film ever, just from its opening, which is insane. It's just not kept up because, before last weekend, it needed around 200,000 to 300,000 to beat Avatar. Now, when you look at the opening of 1.2 billion, you think, well, it could probably do that. But if you think about it, something like, I don't know, you know, the live-action Disney films. Wait, let me look up a movie what's a High School Musical gross. Jeez, I can't type. High School Musical. That's more than High School Musical, right? Which is a pretty big film. A lot of people saw that film and know about it. High School Musical didn't even make $300 million total.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of films that if they make 300 million, that's a good return on investment. And Avengers has still got, I believe it's around, let's have a look, I'll check again. I keep checking this wiki. Highest grossing films. It updates pretty frequently. It's still got just over 200k. It's about 230,000 left to go. And that's as of yesterday. So, it's pretty, I'm pretty certain it's not gonna do it. Which is, it sucks.
A bit. I don't mind too much. I like that it's got the opening weekend thing, which is
it's
massive.
it's pretty much broken every other record of all time. I think the only other one it's not broken as well is the highest, the biggest second weekend, which actually I think goes to The Force Awakens. but that's because it opened around, like pretty much on Christmas, Force Awakens. So
yeah,
it's a shame, but it was so fun seeing it the second time. I really, really enjoyed it another time, and I can't wait to get it on DVD and just watch it more.
I want to talk about ProJared.
Okay, you talk about ProJared, because I never watched ProJared. It's just like name that I know.
I'm gonna bring up the ProJared controversy.
Because I know I get a general gist of what happened, because I think PewDiePie made a video on it, didn't he? I think he did. And just at least looking at the memes from it, and I've never watched him, but it's like an OG name that you remember.
Yes, so like, I was never massive on ProJared, like, at all. I know of him, and I think I watched one video, like, and I think I only knew him because I remember being like 14 or something like that, and I got really into like Peanut Butter Gamer, and I think ProJared was friends with
Franz.
Franz.
Back then, ProJared was called Franz, and he was German.
It was called Franz. It was called Franz Ferdinand, and he went to filthy Jews. He looks like a fucking Jew, actually. So yeah, I think they were friends, Peanut Butter Gamer and ProJared. So I think I watched one of his videos, and I was like, I don't care. And then after Peanut Butter Gamer, I went on to JonTron. But so basically, what's been happening is he's been sending nudes and soliciting fans for nudes and stuff like that, and
and cheating on his wife.
Yeah, and cheating. I'm getting into the cheating thing.
Oh, sorry, did I spoil your story? Did I spoil the timeline?
Yeah, just like you did with the Game of Thrones thing, when 30 minutes of that was me fucking answering your questions.
No, that was good. It was for people for our one person who watches who'd never seen it. I think that helped.
So much, yeah. So basically, what's this? Two of these fans apparently say that are underage.
Right. But when you say underage, because in America, that's like 17 is underage.
Yes.
Then. But although I suppose it's still illegal anyway, because to send nudes, you have to be 18 in our country. Like, you can't...
Yeah.
Even if you like even if two people are 17, 16 in our country, which is above the legal age of consent, you still have to be 18 to like ask for or send nudes.
Yeah, if there's two 17-year-olds and
sorry,
they both
I'm just
send
eating a fruit pot.
Yeah, that's fine. Eat your fruit pot, you freak. So, if two 17-year-olds in this country, even though 16 is the legal age, are sending each other nudes, then it's illegal, but not really to the sense that either of them would get done. But
they would, because it's slightly less illegal than if they were under 16.
I mean,
because
massively.
it's still classified as porn.
I mean they won't get massively done. But the thing is, if there was an 18-year-old that got nudes from a 17-year-old, then there's big trouble. Then that's big trouble.
Well, in our country, still not too much. Not as bad as if they were younger than 16. In America, this is basically how it works. If someone in our country who was, like, say, a guy, he's 18, asks for nudes from his 17-year-old girlfriend, right? That's illegal. Yeah. And that's worse than if they were both 17. Even if they're both 17, that's illegal. If he's 18 and she's 17, that's slightly more illegal. If she's 15 and he's 18...
That's very illegal.
How about this? If he's 17 and she's 15, that's even slightly more illegal. And then 18 and 15... the most illegal, right?
Yeah. But if he's 34 and she's 50, there's something going on.
Saying that, if someone's 18 asking for nudes from a 17-year-old, that in America is just as bad as if someone's 18 asking from a 15-year-old. That's sort of the scaling that we've got because of the laws, which kind of seems weird, but I mean they're all just not great anyway. So
yeah. So, how the fuck do you say his second name? Jared Nabenboyer.
Yeah, sure, that works.
Jared... He is a Jew. He's a Jew.
He's a Jew. He's a Jew.
He's a Jew.
You sounded so shocked about that. Like,
Well,
I never even heard of one of them before. I thought they were mythical creatures.
to be fair, he does look like a rat. Can we keep that in?
Literally, this is unedited, so seriously, please. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
So basically, he cheated on his wife, and let me see if I can find a quick picture of Pro Jared's wife, because I've heard she's hot. Pro Jared wife.
I'll look
I
it
think
up
Heidi
to you for the
is her name.
stream. Pro Jared.
Oh,
wife.
well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Well, just
Yeah.
average person, really.
Yeah,
isn't she?
average.
She's just,
Average. Anyway,
she just
so
looks normal. Like it's.
how is the
That's
however right? How I know I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but how can I go without like having a girlfriend for months? But this motherfucker that looks like Momo-kun has got some on the side. I don't get it.
It's fame and power. It's like Tatty said in that James Charles video. Fame, power, and a fat bank account can do wonders.
I tell you what, just looking at this picture of Pro Jared's turning me gay.
Turning you gay.
But the thing is, well, I'm not fully all the way there, am I?
He's giving you the final touch.
He's not, by the way. He's disgusting.
He's not that bad. He just looks like a normal guy. They both just look normal.
He does. I don't think Pro Jared looks normal. I think he's a 4 out of 10. He's like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. But
I'd say he's a 5 out of 10 because he just looks average. He's just a regular guy.
He looks like Momo-kun. I'm not even saying that's a meme. He looks like Momo-kun.
Let's give this another look.
Look at him.
He does.
Especially,
I mean, in this photo, he just looks normal. And he's putting a stupid face, I guess.
Anyway, so he may or may not have been trading nudes with. Have you actually seen his nudes, by the way?
No.
The head of his
we definitely
penis.
Can't show that on.
No, we can't. I've seen him.
I'll look at it, but it won't show him on stream. Yeah. I'll just react to it.
Have you got it under your face right now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check.
Faces,
It's just on the faces because I.
Okay.
Wait, where are they? I can't see any. I've just Googled it on Google Images and there's nothing come up.
I wonder if I can find them in my Discord. I know we shared them ages ago. It's gonna be like a week or something ago. But the head of his penis is bulbous.
Oh dear.
I gotta try and find this now.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter anyway. What's your take on it? Is it just that he's had enough and gone a bit weird, or?
I wanted to keep going for a little bit. So, do you know who Ross from Game Grumps is?
I think so. Yeah, I think I'm familiar.
So, apparently, his wife, well, now his ex-wife, was cheating on Ross with Pro Jared whilst this was all going off. And,
oh my god!
Yeah, and the reason why I don't get it is because I'd say Ross is like he's a 6. I'd say he's a 6 out of 10,
Okay.
like maybe. But the thing is, it can't be the fame and power thing because Ross is more popular than Pro Jared because he's in with all the Game Grumps crew and everything, and people love Ross, and. I think it might be money. I think Pro Jared is quite a lot richer than Ross. I've heard that he's quite wealthy, Pro Jared, probably because he's a Jew. So
Jesus, you can't go on with this Jew thing. I think I get that it's a joke, but the people who listen or watch, they just won't.
It's funny though. So yeah, Commander Holly or whatever you want to call her, who was Ross's wife, was cheating on Ross with Pro Jared.
Okay, I want to look her up too. I'm going to look up this Ross Game Grumps. Let's have a look at these and let me see what I think of these guys, because
I think I'm getting to it. I think I'm getting to the
yeah, he is definitely better looking than Pro Jared.
He's definitely...
Like, he's not... They're both just pretty normal guys, but he's better looking for sure. Yeah. Right, okay. What's her name? Commander
Holly.
Commander Holly. Okay.
And she's not the best looking in the world.
She is better looking than Pro Jared's wife, though. I actually think she's pretty good looking. Actually, I think she's pretty. Yeah, she's honestly. It's like, you know, she's not like.
I found it.
I
found it.
You found his nudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the face is pulling.
It's so unfortunate that I'm not going to be able to show this, but
I can't. I don't know. Why would you ever show your face in nudes? I've never, even when I've been with the person, I've never shown my face in nudes.
I've never sent nudes.
You don't do. I mean, no, I've sent.
I don't think. I think people value nudes too much. I just don't really care about them that much. So, right, I'm gonna. How do I do this? Hold on. I need to. We're not on a break. I just want to fully make sure that this doesn't show. I'm gonna move this over here. Then I'm going to put this on. You can't see Judd's face because he's sent it in Discord, but... Oh my lord! What the hell?! Holy shit!
Look at the face! Look at his face!
What the hell?!
Can you crop out just his face and show that on stream?
I can... Right. I think this'll work. Right, okay. So, if on stream, look at the very bottom corner of my screen and you can see his face, and my mouse is like over it now. That's the best I can do. That's the picture. Oh my god!
Oh, I kind of want to delete that because it's making me feel a bit sick.
Delete it because we won't like show it on stream by accident.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that is, wow, that's a sight to see. If you, I am not going to suggest going looking for that.
No, it's not a pleasant experience.
Also because, I mean, I did a quick Google and there was nothing like that up there, so I don't know how easy it is to find that as well, but that was, well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't small though.
No, I'd say ours are bigger, but...
Like we share one.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think Twitch knows this, but we're actually a hive mind.
It's actually just one body talking like in two mouths.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I don't really know what to say to that. That's crazy.
So basically, apparently they broke up they separated, got divorced, quite a while ago. Commander Holly and Ross, which I've not known about. I've basically last week found out about this.
Yeah.
And people have known that they've been separated for a while. I think it's been months even. But apparently Ross found out about this. Like I don't think he's found out the same time everybody else has. I think he found out months ago, and that's why they're separated. And
right. Yeah.
I don't know if the internet knew about the cheating before the nudes came to light with like the supposedly underage girls, but I think this has all come to surface at the same time.
Yeah.
And
it normally does, doesn't it? It's never the case of one thing comes out and then like a couple months later another thing comes out, all that sort of thing. Things tend to it tends to be one thing triggers and then someone goes, oh, well, he did this and this and this, and it all comes out at once, which is professional audio right there. He's literally got a mute button on his headphones, but doesn't do it for blowing the nose.
I want you to hear that. I wanted you all to hear that.
Yeah, it's like what happened with James Charles though, as well. Like, everything just came out at once, but I don't know. His sub count has fluctuated wildly.
Yeah.
Yeah, these YouTubers, man, they have crazy controversies. I feel like it's weird that, you know, the ones that are sort of don't mind being a bit controversial constantly. People like your iDubbbz and H3, these sorts of people. They don't have bad controversies because they're just being themselves all the time. They're not trying to cover stuff up or anything like that. Which is obviously the route that we go down with stuff. I try to rein you in at least a little bit.
It never really works.
But I feel like that's how do people not see that? Like PewDiePie's done it, and that just stop trying to cover up and things like that.
Yeah, like just be who you are.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what what YouTube was essentially founded on, and I still believe that people overall, when it comes to it, do better by just being who they are. Because it's about connecting with an actual person, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Which is why it's sad that T-Series is on top now. But
Yeah, I don't know if I genuinely don't know if I even count that because it
does count. It can't not count.
Yeah, but it forces you to be subscribed and stuff. Hold on, I wanna send you another picture. Which
Oh God, is it more nudes?
I think it's not more nudes, but it's funny.
Jesus.
It's do you know who Shadman is?
Don't think so.
He does a lot of he basically draws porn, and a lot of it's
I've moved your face already just so that it doesn't show.
It's nothing. It's not a. It's
Is
not
it stream
NSFW.
friendly?
It is stream friendly. Yeah.
I don't know if I
I'm
believe
gonna
you.
I'm gonna double check it. Because I don't believe me either. Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Okay,
It's fine.
well, it better be. You do realise that podcasts are pretty much like exclusively audio, so you showing me these pictures isn't exactly going to make for great content.
No, but I'm saying for stream.
Yeah, I suppose.
So,
if you do listen to the podcast or the YouTube video version of this, podcast, I guess, you need to follow twitch.tv/gamesbadly, because we need more followers. We need a reason to exist on online.
we need to survive.
You know, like and subscribe and all that.
Alright,
Also, check out merch, link in the description. And I'm, actually not joking.
I might just have to copy the... Well, have we got merch now?
I've got merch! Yeah, I mean,
All right.
That's one of the things I was
There you
going to
go.
talk to you about. What we got here. Let's look at this picture. She does not look like that.
Notice how the man has been depicted as a rat.
That's incredibly exaggerated
For
the
he is a Jew.
female's part. Shut up. That short woman is not what
Commander
she
Holland.
yeah, that's not what she looks like. And also, that's not what his wife looked like either. Those are not good depictions of them. The guys, though, they are good depictions, actually.
Yeah.
So, what I wanted to show you, I'll send you a link, is that you know how I do these like weird drawings and that?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I may as well upload these to Redbubble, because you can do that and make money if anyone buys them. Not that anyone probably will, but
Yeah.
I just thought I may as well, just in case, and I can also promote it on stream, and it's a place to put merch if we wanted to. The thing is with stream merch, if people were actually buying t-shirts or whatever, the margins for how much we actually earn from it is from Redbubble is absolutely shocking. If someone bought a shirt, we might make that for £15, we might make £3 off of that one shirt.
Amazing.
Which is insane. But these designs I'm doing anyway, I thought I'll just shove them on Redbubble, because whatever. I'll send you a link in Discord to it so you can have a look at what I've done so far. But I'm also going to bring it up on stream, because I'm pretty proud of some of these designs. So the first one is this sad dog who's pretty sure his wife's leaving him.
Yeah.
And it's just really funny seeing that on stuff like a tote bag or something.
I'd have that as a phone case.
It's pretty good. I do like it.
Or on a mug. I don't think
A mug's good. I can because he's holding a mug and everything. I just put it on everything because if someone wants to buy it on that, they may as well have the option. So
I don't think I like it so much on a shirt. It looks alright on a shirt.
It's not the best on a shirt, I don't think either, but I just put it on anyway because some people might like it, so it may as well be available. The main thing I think I do this for is stickers, because the stuff I design works best just for stickers, I think. So I did that, so check that out. I'll hopefully put... Well, there'll be a link to that in the description, but I'm going to put below stream, there's cards and that. I'm going to put one of those there. I also did this, bloody smiley snake thing, which I thought suited certain stuff. It works on a phone case quite a bit, and pillows, actually, it works alright on.
Yeah.
Again, it's mostly for the sticker, but my favourite one is this donut
the
boy.
The donut works on, everything.
It's on the clock. The clock is the best one. Look at him.
Yeah, the donut one works on everything.
I love that one. That one's my favourite one.
I wonder if it's something about circles. Do you know what I mean? Just because it's
sort
like
of just the proportions. I mean, circle works quite well because it just a lot of stuff does lend itself to a circle. Like even the pillow. The pillow looks good with this guy on. Oh, the tote bag. Well, no, not the tote bag. The drawstring bag. Is a bit. It sort of stretches it out a bit. But anyway, being as this is a podcast, I'm not going to talk about it that much. Check out. I don't even know what the easy link would be. Just, I don't know. Link in the description if I can do that for merch. I'll figure out an easier way of showing like the merch, getting it to people, that sort of thing. But I thought that was pretty cool. What we could do with that is there's two things. If we were doing it sort of stream-wise, Streamlabs has like a built-in merch thing which might have better margins. So for stream merch, it might end up going on that if we ever had stream merch, but for like these random drawings I thought that was really good because it just slaps it on a bunch of different stuff rather than only being able to buy a t-shirt or something like that. So yeah I had a lot of fun doing that.
Well, why don't we talk about how much I really didn't like last episode of Game of Thrones?
Let's have a brief one. Like a brief one of like a general overview, because we did a full 2-hour stream on that episode alone. So
thing is, there's been a couple new things that have come to light, and
well, I wouldn't say they've come to light. The episodes are normally pretty dark, so.
Oh yeah, I mean I can't fucking see them. Yeah,
that joke.
Well done,
good.
Well done. So apparently, the scene I got mad at, like not being able to see last episode, most people could see. I think it's just because it was like, it was a fairly dark scene, but it's because I watched it when like on a really bright sunny day and my TV's on sort of an angle. So for me, I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Because of the way it was done, but that wasn't a massive thing anyway. That wasn't the massive thing.
Yeah, you didn't even really complain about that much. So
no, it's just like I just couldn't see this one scene. The main thing that I've sort of come to my attention is there's a bit in it where Jaime Lannister's been when Jaime Lannister's been captured because he forgot to hide his golden hand.
Oh well, let's just say spoilers just for now.
All right,
but whatever. Who cares?
yeah, because. And his explanation for not covering it up was literally, Cersei always said I was the stupidest Lannister. Okay, that's not even what I'm getting at. So. Okay. Apparently, apparently there is this scene where he's captured, and Tyrion says because he's going on about the war that's going to happen. It's like thousands will die, innocent or otherwise, and Jaime goes, "Oh well, I've never really cared for them, innocent or otherwise," and it's like cut back to 3 seasons earlier, and he's sat in a bath with fucking Brianna Tarth, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I stabbed him in the back because he was asking me to burn innocent men, women, and children in their beds, and I wouldn't do that." It's like
they're just all over the place, aren't they?
So you do care about them, and it's like,
do you know what I think people are having a big problem with is this is obviously a massively character-driven show. It has to be. Shows that run for this long with this many episodes have to be character-driven. They can't be like a blockbuster movie where it gets things quick and over with and that sort of thing. They're all character-driven, but they're like completely ruining all the characters. They're messing about with them loads, and it's just trash.
It's like, it's a character-driven story, and they keep forgetting how their characters are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, they keep forgetting all the time. It's like, Arya's had one goal in her life, to kill Cersei. She doesn't kill Cersei. Jaime wants to protect the innocents. He now doesn't want to protect the innocents. Daenerys has always wanted to free people and prove that she's not the bad guy, so she burns all the innocents and proves she's the bad guy. And it's like, what are they doing?
They could do that as sort of an overarching theme of everyone becomes the evil they're trying to stop or something. But they're just not doing that. They're just changing them.
You can't do that in one episode. And the thing is, people have been saying, oh, well, there has been hints at it that she's always been like that. And it's like, okay, so we're talking about 3 things that have pointed towards her being like this, next to the 20 times she's done something to be against that.
Yeah, you're not subverting things when you're saying one thing and just doing some few tiny things. So, plenty of people who are too loyal to programmes and even movies, whatever, say, oh, it's clever, because they've done these tiny hints. That's not clever.
That's not clever, no.
And even if we do give them that and say, clever, just because it's clever doesn't mean it's good either. Just because it's complicated and it's been hinted at and all these sorts of things doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's sort of like what I was saying. You know when we went to see The Revenant?
I'm not going to mute myself.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I say this all the time. With stuff like... Okay, I'll just talk between your blows. It'll be fine.
I think I'm done.
I say this all the time about like Oscar bait movies where things... Jesus Christ. Where things are technically good and people like... It's like a perfect example is when we came out of watching The Revenant and Natalie, our dad's girlfriend, who's been with for ages, we're trying to like say how much she loved this film. And I was like, it were crap. It were 3 hours of just not really anything happening. And it was just boring. And she said, and one of the main things she said was, "Oh, it's great. It's the first film ever to only use natural lighting, and it to look that good." I'm like, so I don't care. That just makes the film harder to make. So I don't care. And then the other thing is, so what? Who cares about this handicap you've given yourself? It's about whether the result is good. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I see. I didn't mind The Revenant that much. I thought it was like, I didn't mind it.
It was boring as fuck. It's a terrible.
It was alright.
It wasn't complete disaster. Like I'd give it a 2 out of 10 though.
I don't think it was a 2 out of 10.
There was a couple redeeming things. 2 out of 10. No, Dr. Parnassus is a 0 out of 10. You can go as low as 0. As in, I would never watch that ever again, and I never will, and I will probably puke by watching it.
We have to watch Dr. Parnassus again.
I can't do it.
I'm sure it was a fever dream. I can't believe it.
It's put it this way, right? This is the sort of my scale. 0 out of 10, Dr. Parnassus. 0 out of 10, The Lovely Bones. These films, they're 0 out of 10 films, right?
I'd say The Lovely Bones is a 1 out of 10.
There was nothing redeeming about The Lovely Bones. A 1 out of 10 film is the...
I liked the bit where the dude murdered the little girl I thought that was hot. I'm sorry.
I can't think of a 1 out of 10 film right now, but like a 2 out of 10 would be The Revenant for me. The latest Fantastic Four film, 2 out of 10, because it's superheroes. The effects are not disastrous, and that's it. Like, there's a couple things that are alright. It's like in The Revenant, there was some decent action. The acting was good, I guess. That's it.
Yeah.
There was nothing good about it other than that. And a lot of people say, oh, well, it's just your problem with pacing, like, you can't cope with slow movies. Well, that's not wrong. But also, I can cope with slower movies, because there was that one we went to see with them Asians in it, and there were that missing girl, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That was fairly slow as far as movies go.
Wait, Searching? What?
Yeah.
What are you saying that Searching was?
Yeah, like it's a slower movie. It's not like as slow as something like The Revenant or something.
No, but what would you rate that?
I'd rate that pretty good. That's like what I'm saying.
That's like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that too. But that's what I'm trying to say. My problem isn't just with slower paced movies. It's when they're just boring.
Yeah, this is going to sound weird because I can't properly remember the plot twist in Searching. But do you remember when it got to that one big plot twist and me and you both looked at each other and went...
Yeah, because the thing is, I think the reason why it was so good is we weren't expecting much out of that movie. So when it actually delivered a good twist, I was like, oh, damn!
Yeah, we're like, whoa! That was good.
It was like watching a fourth seed basketball team beat the first seed, and we're like, oh, good job, you did it.
Yeah, I did. I really liked that.
Yeah, I don't know.
really
I'm just
like that
kind of
movie.
glad that people are realising... I honestly think that if people go back and rewatch all of Game of Thrones, they won't think it's as bad as this last season, but they'll be like, we did overrate this show. Because it's a lot of that show is like this latest season that people's not been happy with, just not quite as bad. And I definitely maintain that. And I'm glad that people are starting to realise that. So, yeah. What else did you have? What other things did you want to say?
Well, I think that was it. I think that was it for the greater Game of Thrones.
You wanted
thing.
to give your predictions for the next episode, though, don't you? For the last episode of Game of Thrones. Which this will come out after, probably. Or at least on the same day. So you can watch
tomorrow.
this, and it'll probably either be published tonight or tomorrow night. So,
so
or
basically,
tonight or tomorrow daytime.
If Arya kills Daenerys, then I'm going to slip my wrists in a bathtub. Because
no. I don't want to know what you don't want to see. I want you to tell me, like, legitimately what you think will happen, like genuinely what you think will do.
Okay, what I think's going to happen is Jon is going to kill Daenerys, and he's going to be offered the Iron Throne and turn it down and go reside as Warden in the North, and he is going to make Gendry Baratheon sit on the Iron Throne. Because it basically brings everything full circle then, because, like, Ned and Robert Baratheon had the first rebellion against the mad Targaryen king, and then after that rebellion was over, a Baratheon sat on the throne and a Stark was Warden of the North. So I think what's going to happen is, once again, they're going to fight a mad Targaryen ruler. Baratheon is going to sit on the throne, and a Stark will be Warden of the North.
Which is almost poetic when you put it like that.
But
in the circumstance of everything that's happened over 8 seasons, not so much.
And the problem with that is, though, Gendry doesn't know how to run a fucking kingdom.
Yeah,
he's a kid.
I don't even know who that is much, because I'm pretty sure he wasn't, like, in the first few seasons or something.
No, he was.
He
was in the very first. Yeah, he was in the very first season. I don't know if you remember. Ned went to go see that kid who was like working as a blacksmith, like a blacksmith apprentice, and Ned was like, "Look at me, boy, look at me," and he had a good look at him, and he was like, "All right, okay," and then he walked out, and then that's basically Ned's squire was like, "What was up? What did you see?" And he went, "That's Robert Baratheon's bastard child." So like,
what? Just because he looked a bit like him.
Well, no, but he actually was.
I know, but come on!
No, it's not just because he was looking at him. There were a lot of stuff that, like, tied him to that. So Ned already had it in his head, and then he went to go see him, and it was like, no, it is. I think there was some sort of, like, letter or
whatever,
something. But the problem with that is Gendry doesn't know how to run a kingdom. If Gendry does sit on the Iron Throne, Jon could sit on the Iron Throne.
That's not how medieval times works, though, is it? It's not democratic. It's not like they pick the best ruler.
Yeah, well, basically someone could turn it down, because really how it's meant to go now is it's not Daenerys that should be sat on the Iron Throne. Right now it should be Jon, because Jon is the eldest male of the Targaryen bloodline.
Yeah.
After Jon, it is Daenerys, because she's of the Targaryen bloodline, but she's a female. Next, it is Gendry Baratheon, because
he's a different royal family.
He is the one that took over from the Targaryens, and he's like the last in that family, so the throne then belongs to him. After him, I've not got a clue, because I'm pretty sure all the Lannisters are gone. Oh, it'd be Tyrion. Tyrion would sit on the Iron Throne. Yeah. So
that'd be funny. I feel like that's like the comedy one. It'd be funny if he'd be like, if all of them like turn it down, he's like, well, he
just goes, well, somebody get me a stool so I can climb up on this big fucking chair.
That one would probably be my favourite choice, honestly. Just for the comedy value of just for him being like, well, for God's sake, none of this has gone well, has it? I'm just going to have to do it.
Yeah, it's just gone. Well, fuck it then. Which, then again, would be another sort of slap on the face, because the way it's sort of gone, it was like the dragons were on the throne. Then it was the stags were on the throne. Then it was the lion, and it was the lion for ages, and then a dragon for like a day. And then the lion again, and it's like...
yeah. It's kind of like the PewDiePie T-Series war, where they overtook him a bit, and then...
yeah. And some people have said Bran would sit on the Iron Throne, just because he's super smart, and, knows what's going on. It's almost sort of like, oh, we'll basically put this supercomputer in charge of everyone, like this AI, like they did in Captain Marvel.
Bran's just a weird sage kid, innit? That's essentially all he's doing. Because from the first few seasons, you would think that he has a big role or something like that. Like, there's something going to happen to do with him. And so far as I know, no, not really.
Oh, you know that horse that Arya was having a moment with at the end of the episode that I was talking about? Apparently... Now, this hasn't been confirmed yet, but apparently that horse was sent by Bran, because you know how he can warg into like animals and get them to do stuff.
Yeah, I did see there was some sort of theory. I kind
of like if that's what's happened, then I like that. I like the idea that Bran's gone, Arya's in trouble, I'm going to go send a horse to like pick her up and get her out. Like I like that.
Even if that's what it is, they've still handled it just crap, because if she thinks that and they're like, oh, this is Bran, isn't it? She should have looked at it and been like, Bran? And also whispered it or something like that. And then essentially just gone up to it and got on it, rather than going, shh. Yeah, shh. For ages. Because if Bran is controlling it, why would she ever need to do all of that?
Bran's like, get off me! Get off my horse face! Or basically, if she were going to have the scene where she was comforting the horse, what you could have done is have that horse go up to with because like animals being controlled by Bran have like white eyes, like glazed over eyes. You could have its eyes be like that, then go back to normal, then the horse be sort of like a bit startled because they don't know where it is. Then I feel like comfort it, so it's something like that. There's ways you can do this without
spending forever on one scene when you don't need to. Again, I've been saying this for ages. Go back. There's so many scenes where it just lasts way, way too long. It's boring. What else you got? What else you got to talk to me about?
I'm pretty sure Tyrion will die next episode. I'm pretty sure.
We're still doing Game of Thrones, okay then.
Oh, all right. No, I thought you were saying what else are my predictions, but
I've stopped caring now. I can only do so much Game of Thrones before I don't care anymore.
Fair enough. Tyrion's going to die. Sansa is going to have an attempt made on her life, which is going to make Jon hate Daenerys more, and then he's going to fight against Daenerys, and then Grey Worm's also going to die. I think that's what all I've got. I think.
Sort of the characters that I would be happy to die. Sansa can die for me, because really, at the end of it, what would she have to do? She'd just be sort of like a lady.
She'd be if Jon was to sit on the Iron Throne, then I think she'd be the Warden of the North, which I don't think there's ever been a female Warden.
Well, Arya would be better for that though as well. I know
she wouldn't accept it. She wouldn't accept it because she's like a weird assassin freak, isn't she? She's just a weird goblin girl that goes around and stabs people.
Look, I think Jon should stay alive. I think whoever is on the Iron Throne obviously can. Arya can, and that's it for me. Everyone else can die. Because they don't care. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I do anymore. I need to watch what happens now because I can't bug out like after 10 years, 11 years. So
I know exactly how you feel with it, because it's the same reason why I will go to the cinema, not IMAX, to watch the last Star Wars episode that's coming out from this trilogy. Which,
but you're not going to like it.
I don't think so. I can't see how they can do it in a way that I think is going to be good. And especially being as, I don't think it's for this next film that's coming out, but they've got the Game of Thrones writers to write on Star Wars movies now. Oh, God. Literally, the writers that people have been bitching about recently have just been hired for Star Wars. What is that decision? That's an awful, awful decision. I can't understand why they've done that at all. I don't even know what they're working on. Like, hold on, let me look this up. Upcoming Star Wars movies. There's upcoming Star Wars movies and dates. Let's have a look at this. Rise of Skywalker, which is going to be trash. Oh God, what the hell? Oh, the trailer's playing. Rian Johnson, the one who directed. Why is it still playing? What the hell? Oh God. Honestly, the amount of ads on websites. Rian Johnson, the one who directed The Last Jedi. You know, the guy who essentially has screwed Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's getting his own trilogy. His own Star Wars trilogy.
Okay.
Now, why didn't they just give him that in the first place, rather than letting him kill something else that people were enjoying?
Yeah.
Because I fully believe that he's not a bad filmmaker. Like, The Last Jedi looks great, but he's ruined, like, story-wise. And I feel like he should have been given his own trilogy to shape and that sort of thing. And then there's the writers of Game of Thrones are having a series, so they're writing a Star Wars series, not a movie then. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all we know about it so far.
I don't know. I've lost interest in Star Wars, to be quite honest.
Same. It's like I say with Game of Thrones. It's same for me in that I'm going to watch this last episode to sort of complete my watching of it, and then any more stuff that comes out Star Wars wise, I'm just going to pick and choose if I think it looks good or not. Like that new Star Wars game that's coming out looks pretty good.
Yeah, isn't that like in like gang territories or something? Or you're talking about the one which is like a
can't remember
like Jedi
called.
story or?
I think it's like a Jedi story. I've got it on my wish list for pre-ordering this game.
Because there's one which is like a Jedi story one, and then there's another one which is like going to be like not Under Hives. That's more on a 40k.
That's what it's called. What's it called? Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's another one which is like on like a gang planet.
What's that?
Which I can't remember the name of it. I keep wanting to say it's in an Underhive, but Underhive is like a Warhammer 40k thing. But
coming Star Wars games. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's all that I can see coming out.
There is some sort of gang one, but I can't remember what it's called.
Don't know. But it looks good. It looks like they could have just continued off of what's his face, Force Unleashed, but they just didn't want to. And
yeah. Is his story not finished anyway, though? Is Starkiller's story not finished?
It was finished in the first game, really. And then they had this whole cloning arc of him. But the thing is, with that clone deal, it were actually pretty good, because the sort of question was whether he was a clone or not. Yeah. Because it's incredibly hard to clone Jedis, but they might have actually figured it out, or maybe he survived. It was kind of like that.
I like the idea was like Vader was like, whoa, I've managed to clone this really powerful Jedi and then make him my apprentice, and then he's just like gone off and done what he's doing. He's just like Vader's just like, can't fucking do that again, can I?
I even liked how it ended, because you never really found out whether he were a clone or not, because it didn't matter. He decided that that's not what he was going to let shape his life. He was going to go on to become a good Jedi.
That's not what defines him. So
he decided he wasn't going to be defined as a cis white Jedi, and he went on to become the leader of the LGBTQ ZF1000 R2D2 movement.
Yeah.
Oh, that in Solo, that like feminist robot or whatever it was. It weren't feminist, was it? But like that robot activist robot.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that one?
I did.
That was insufferable. It was awful.
I didn't like fully watch it. I I watched it a bit. My favorite droid, like out of all of them, is probably going to be that one from Rogue One, which is like, congratulations, you're being rescued. Please don't resist.
Yeah, that's the best droid. Everyone can admit that. I think Star Wars film-wise, The Last Jedi is the worst one, I would say.
Yeah.
You could argue some of the prequels, but I just for me, there's just some nostalgia factor, and I feel like the first two prequels, which are really bad, are brought up by the third one, because it makes them sort of worth watching to give the third one a bit more context. And Revenge of the Sith's pretty good, so I redeem them slightly for that. Whereas The Last Jedi just doesn't really have anything redeeming, so.
We're gonna do a test. I'm gonna test something. I'm gonna test something right now on stream.
Does it work audio-wise?
Yes, it does. It does.
Brilliant.
So, HBO Asia, for some reason, has just popped up on my Facebook, and it's out. It's about Daenerys, and it's like our girl Dany has come so far, and it's like a montage of Daenerys doing stuff. The final season of Game of Thrones premieres next Monday. Yeah, blah blah blah. All the comments are positive. Every single one of them.
I'm suspicious already.
And hold on. Out of all the reactions, there is only 8 angry faces.
On Asia, on HBO Asia.
Yes.
They might have a very different outlook on the series.
No, but they're all everybody posts in English. So.
Well, they might be speaking English, but.
I think they're moderating here. I think they're on damage control.
As weird as it, I suppose, I was going to think, I kind of thought it sounded racist what I'm about to say, but it's not. They're more likely to be moderating if it's an Asia page, because they've got less net neutrality over there, haven't they? So I'm going to write something negative on here, and I'm going to see if it stays up. So I'm going to put something like, she has come a long way. She's gone from being good to being trash. Yeah, a good written character. A well-written character. Good written doesn't work grammatically. Yeah. You don't want to come across as an idiot on your hate comments here. She's gone from being a well-written and interesting character, to being a stereotypical mad bitch. The writers have messed her up. Okay, hurry this up now. Come on, I'm getting bored of this sentence. This is literally how fast-paced Game of Thrones is as a show. Yeah. You're writing this. They talk it as if they're writing it as they go. Yeah. The writers have messed her up worse than what, Jake? What have they messed her up worse than? My dad messed me up when he left. My dad messed up my boy hole. Then my uncle messed up my rectum. Worse than the writers have messed her up worse than Jaime Lannister messed up his sister's pussy. Yeah. Gross. No, I'm gonna put messed up his sister's insides actually instead. Yes, let's go with that one. All right. Okay. I've put all this alright. She has come a long way. She's gone from being a well-written, interesting character. I almost missed out the word character there. To being a stereotypical mad bitch. The writers have messed her up worse than Jaime Lannister messed up his sister's insides. Right. Okay. Post, and we're gonna check back. You need to refresh it, and you also need to make sure that it's sorted by newest comment. Yeah, okay. Because it might be sorted by top comments or something. Okay, right. We're going to leave that for a bit then.
We'll leave that for.
No,
10
you need to do it
minutes.
right now, because other people might comment, and then you won't get to see the latest comment.
Do you think they're going to be on it? Going to be on it that quickly?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, because it's more likely to be like a filter. It's like Morgs has been caught out for filtering like the word copy out of his comments and that sort of thing, because he just copies other people. So.
Yeah. Alright, let me try and find it again then.
So just refresh, make sure it's sorted by newest comment, and if it's not there, then it's not there because you've only just commented it.
Yeah. One of the other things I thought as well were she was complaining that she didn't have a lot of love in Westeros. So why wouldn't she get on the Iron Throne and then make sure she was loved instead of burning children alive?
I don't know. That's just sort of a logic thing. I mean, you can see how some characters would do that. Like, just get angry that no one loves them. That's like a supervillain type deal, isn't it?
No, but the thing is, she offering Dawn or wherever it was, not Dawn, but wherever she was, she made it a thing to like make sure she was loved, and then she's got into Westeros and she's like, no, people should just love me automatically now.
Well, we'll check. Let me know about that. But I've just sent you a link because I found this website.
I can't see it, by the way.
What, the link?
I think they've got.
Oh, you can't see the comment.
No, my comment.
Yeah, it's not there then.
Yeah. They're filtering out all bad comments.
Yeah, well, they'll be filtering out swear words as well and things. So.
Oh, I didn't swear. I made it a point not to swear.
Well, I've just found this website. I don't know how legit it is because it's like one of them Instagram adverts or something, or it might have been Facebook, whatever. Yeah. But it's got some really cool looking stuff on it. Like, it's got like this Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet that looks awesome. I really love the look of that. And it's got those old the Black Series
the lightsabers
that are worth loads now.
Yeah.
There's got the Mace Windu one. They've not got that that Anakin one that's been in essentially like every film that Rey's used and that sort of thing. They've not got that, but they've got all these helmets. Look, they've got Star-Lord's helmet.
I really like Iron Man's one.
It's really cool. They're not cheap, are they? It's like 115 quid. But
I reckon I should buy the Iron Man helmet and the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet, and then basically build the rest of the suit. Yeah.
you do realise that I've seen an unboxing of that actual helmet, and it doesn't like move. Like, you have to take the mask off and attach it by hand. Like on you know how it's like when it shows his face.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's not quite as cool as it could be, but it's pretty damn cool.
I thought it was a button you press and it went.
No, it doesn't do that. You actually have to take it off and put it on.
Okay, even still.
It's still pretty cool. I mean, it's like a full replica, and the fact that you can wear them is just pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
I even like that shield, the Captain America shield. Which one of these really cool. Would you get if you were going to get one?
Out of all of them?
Yeah. Thor's hammer looks pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
If it's metal, if it's like aluminium, it's cool. If it's just like plastic. Which actually, looking at it, it doesn't. Is it metal? Oh. I don't know if it is metal actually. It might just be plastic, that Thor's hammer, which
it's between the Iron Man gauntlet, the Star-Lord helmet, or Iron Man's helmet.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I like the sound of that as well. I also like the Ant-Man helmet as well. I think that looks pretty cool. But I do like the idea of the lightsabers as well, because Mace Windu's lightsaber would be cool to have. Just thinking about it, I just don't want to associate myself with Star Wars too much now. I think I'd probably end up going with the Iron Man helmet overall, because it's more iconic.
Yeah. So, how long have we got left to say?
Well, I mean, we can sort of end whenever we want, really, because if it's podcast-wise, we've been doing over an hour, and that's... oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
We've got comments, I've just not been looking. Tessoteric's been here, he says, podcast badly, well then, I'm here. He's here, and... He's calling me a slut saying watch the chat. They've only just commented, it's fine. Right. And then we got Mad Players saying, boy, your hair is whack. I don't know who he's talking to.
Probably me. Wait, no, actually, no, your hair's shit.
It looks just fluffy, to be honest, at the minute. Let's have a look. It don't look terrible.
Let me bring up the stream and have a look at your hair. Twitch. I like how my search history automatically came up with Pro Jared's wife. The second.
Oh dear.
Let me have a look at this. Channel. Yeah, there it is. Let me have a look at your hair. Yeah, he's talking about your hair.
Why? It's not that bad. Oh, he says both our hair.
Your both hairs whack.
Both hairs. Well, sir, your grammar is whack.
Yeah. Well, might I instigate that your spelling, sir, is quite atrocious.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think I used instigate correctly then.
No, you didn't. Okay, well, I don't know what to do now. Your mic is trash. Whose mic? They both sound pretty decent, these mics.
I think you just sound trash.
I listened to I recorded some audio on this mic recently, and it sounds pretty decent. The only problem with it is that it like picks up everything. The quality's all right with it.
Oh yeah, I can hear birds like outside your window.
I can't even hear those with my headphones on. I think it's weird. It picks up more than you can hear with your ears. It's like he says both. He says both again. I think this guy's just trying to insult us. I think that's what's happening right now.
Is he trying to
show me your belly? He can insult that too.
Oh yeah, do you want to see my gross belly? That's a gross thing that you can look at. Let's show off my belly. I need to bring up Discord. See, that's not too bad actually. Wait. Actually, let me grab this.
What is going on?
Yeah, look at this. That's not too bad. But then when I let go, yeah! Look at that. Look at that.
That's great podcast audio. If you're wanting to know what he was doing you can't see the video.
I have to describe it, don't I?
He sucked in his belly and it looked a little bit fat, but then he let it go and it looked real. Give it a real chub shot.
Look at that.
He also says both the cameras are trash, they're lagging. And we do know that the cameras are trash. Yeah, Judd's camera's a bit better than mine though. It's like
a little bit better.
The sync on it's hard to get. I might get a new webcam because this one does suck. I literally everything we've bought for this stream, we're not rich. We just the reason Judd's camera looks bad is because it's been streamed to through Discord through his bad internet, and I'm capturing that. We're not actually capturing the direct camera.
Things would look a bit better actually if I opened up.
Yeah, I mean more light on your face and make it look better, but
no, you don't want to see this.
It don't make much difference, like I say, because it's coming through Discord, so it I think I could do with a. I could do with a.
I need
Esoteric's telling us how he spends money on us to get a camera, just get one. They're expensive! The amount of money that you've donated would just buy, the one that we're using anyway, so we need to save up a bit more.
Actually, it's my camera is doing this weird thing. Oh yeah, I think the stream's lagging. I think I think everything's going a bit slow.
Hold on, let me see. I can hear the audio coming through your headphones. I think you've got them turned on quite loud. Let me have a listen to this. Let's see.
It might not be actually.
I don't
it
know
might
if
be
it
alright.
is. I need you to talk, Judd, so that I can see if it is.
Oh, Pro Jared looks like a Jew man. Oh, a
don't
rat
eat
man.
so much, and you can have money for a camera. We don't pay for food that often.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. It's my camera,
it's not that laggy.
But it keeps doing this weird pixely thing, doesn't it?
It's a little bit pixely, but that's only your camera from Discord. I don't see much of a problem here. The thing is, our total setup if you don't include like the PC and things like that, so like the webcam and the mic, and that's like,
yeah.
I don't know why he's saying burp now. I don't understand what's going on.
I think he's trying to do like some epic trolls, but
I don't know.
He's really not very good.
Look, right, if the headphones I'm using, I'm not going to count those because they're my studio mixing headphones, so that's nothing to do with it. But if you count the webcam and the mic we're using, I spent less than £30 in total.
Yeah.
And you spent like how much were those headphones? About 50?
Yeah, I kind of need some new ones though. Shall I show you why?
Go on then. Why? You have to describe why as well. Oh, no, they work. You don't need new ones. That's fine. He pulled the. You need to describe.
I pulled them in half.
But they're fine. Like they work on your head. But the thing is, that £50.
That's just there for support. But...
Oh, does it not? Do you not get any sound out of it?
No sound's coming out of that. That was a rage at League of Legends. That it wasn't nothing even
the
like
TV
massively.
Filter on the webcam. Yeah, with the TV filter things on purpose.
Yeah, that's to fit our shit aesthetic. That yeah, like. Oh God, what happened? So I was playing as you don't play League, do you? But I was playing as this character, and basically her ultimate, she sends this big rocket like forward, and
Right.
I missed with it, but just barely. I barely missed with it, and it wasn't like a massive deal. But for some reason, I just went like, God damn it, like that. But I like tugged like that, like when I did like tugged on the earphone bits, and it just sort of like went boop, and came out, and I was like.
Brilliant.
Oh,
£50.
All right.
We're now just being bullied for being poor. Tessa Derrick says, I'm feeling like you're the poorest person in Great Britain. And my place says,
I am.
he is. It's like, well it's not that. It's
person.
you spent £50 on the headphones, but they're good. Like they're for gaming headphones, and they just come with a mic. So the mic was almost free, and you've only got a £20 webcam as well. We don't have that much money.
I think because I'm still waiting for these fucking bonds to come through. This bond money. I think when that comes through, I might get some new headphones. I'm not sure. I might not do, but I'm pretty much thinking on getting a new.
Bear in mind, we're both students as well, and also this isn't like our job. We do this as much as we can for fun. So I think the quality we get for like what we spent, I'm happy with it.
I think though it works perfectly with our aesthetic, doesn't it? Because
I know. What do you expect?
The whole thing is like when we're not good at games, we're not good at streaming.
We're not good. Like come on.
The idea of this is that we're shit at what we're doing.
Yeah. You listen to a couple bozos do some terrible stuff.
Some jabronis.
Yeah, I do think that I'm going to look into a better webcam though, because the main problem with this one, I think, is its frame rate. I think it's only like 15 frames per second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just getting called trash now.
He's trying to do epic trolls. This 13-year-old
trying to be a. Is there a troll face emoji? I'm guessing there's not.
Guys, have you seen my troll face?
Oh shit! We got donated £8.78. Use my money and buy a quip. Well, why don't you use your money to get some English lessons? No, we will. That's with how much he's donated so far, and completely destroyed his boss, by the way. That's fantastic. Yeah. We'll buy a new webcam with that. Like that's enough now. That'll be enough to get a step up in webcam.
How much do we have? How much do we have?
We've got in total from what he's donated about around £30. So. That's like
I can get a new
a step up in webcam from that. We can't get one each. So mine's worse than yours for sure.
Right, okay. Alright, you get one then.
Well, we can... Yeah, we might be able to get one each anyway. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a stream. Thank you a lot for the donation. Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, cheers, Tessa.
That's a podcast. I've got to go because I've got a band rehearsal soon, so...
Have they been giving
my
you more
place says, whenever I'm in Great Britain, I'm going to throw both of you in the trash can. I'm going to find you,
no.
He says. Oh no, not the trash can. Okay, well, that's the end.
I'm
anyway,
a trash man.
I'm going to have to go because I've got to go sort out. Okay. But I think I will buy, I'll go to PC World tomorrow. I've got to go into town for a haircut, so I can probably pick up webcams there. And we should have them sorted for tomorrow's stream, where we'll probably be bitching about Game of Thrones.
Tomorrow is going to be tomorrow. Probably will be another podcasty one like this, and I'll watch Game of Thrones. It's going to be like the first thing I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Yeah. I'll watch Game of Thrones and I'll tell you if they saved it or not, and I highly doubt it. So it might be another rant. But when I get upset and I rant and everything, that's the funniest anyway. So if we can...
and I won't watch Game of Thrones, so I'll be on the same page as everyone else, asking a bunch of questions like, I don't know what's going on, but it sounds terrible.
But I'll watch it and I'll tell you basically how I feel about it, and we'll do that then.
Sweet. Okay, like I say, like and subscribe, follow. You know, you can follow on Twitter, and that'll let you know when we're streaming. Send me your sisters
so I may devour them.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for tuning in and calling us trash. Feel free to do it tomorrow too. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.